Yerp, we in the building, y'all. Let's get it. Yo, salute to everybody already here in the building, man. Y'all know what time it is. Welcome to the latest installment of the Graphk and Wasted Show.
Or the Wasted the Graphk Show, whichever way you like to slice it. What's up, brother?
Man, a lot to talk about today. A lot, brother. We got a whole agenda to go across today, man. Salute real quick before we get to that. Salute to the greatest chat in YouTube history. We see all our people, Richard, T-Raider, Tiger, Mad Mike, Puzz, Ponce, East Coast Gridiron, our brothers in the building, Junior Lamb, man. Salute to everybody here. Do us a solid real quick, you guys. Wipe them feet, pay your bar tabs, meaning hit them thumbs up. Also, hit that subscribe button on both channels if you are not subscribed yet. Before we get into this show, though, you guys, we have not been live for a few days. We just want to pay our respects to the original Raider, 00. Just a few days ago, the news broke. Raider legend, Jim Otto, it passed. And we just want to give our, respects, our condolences to the family. This is a guy that, every alumni party we go to, Wasted, I'm telling you right now, man, the line is wrapped around the building for people to talk to him. He has the greatest stories in the world. I've had the honor to sit down and talk with him, B, Hammer as well. Heard some great stories, from him. Good dude. He always stops and talks to everybody. He's that kind of guy. And if you guys don't mind, quick moment of silence for one of the greatest centers, greatest football players of all time, 00, the original Raider, Jim Otto. Rest in paradise, man, to one of the greatest Raiders of all time, man. How you feeling right now, brother?
I feel good now. Yo, I need you to do me a record, bro. I need some new music, man. I need you to redo I'm a Raider, but I'm a hater. I'm a hater. yeah, that's what I need, yo. I need some music for me being a hater, yo. That's all I need, bro.
I got you. So the good thing is I'll be flying to Vegas probably in the next 3 or 4 weeks to record. So I'll make sure to put something together for you, man. I got to get the Detroit Buddha record together too, man.
That's right.
Together, man. But hey, salute to the chat, man. Everybody, man, putting up those prayer hands for the latest, the greatest center of all time in my eyes, man, 00. So salute to everybody here. A lot to unpack today, you guys. Vegas, a lot of our guys are out there. Damn near 80 players out there today, Wasted. I believe it was involuntary OTAs, though, right? So a lot of players, weren't out there. We'll go over the list.
Air quotes, involuntary.
Yeah, there you have it.
Definitely voluntary with the leadership they got with this team, man.
Factory.
Not voluntary. That was mandatory, my bad.
There you have it. But, they didn't have to be out there. But a few players that were noticeably missing today, Zamir White, our starting running back, Amir Abdullah, third down back, Michael Gallup, Devontae, but he was in the building, you guys. I've seen a few beat writers put it out there that he wasn't there, and they kind of left it kind of vague to, like, create some steam as though, like, he was going to be holding out or some weird shit. No, Tay was in the building. He was there. There's no problem. Jalen Guyton, Tulu Griffin, Colton Miller. It sounds as though he was dealing with some type of nagging injury. He was on the sideline getting some work in, but looks like Colton Miller wasn't out there with the rest of his teammates, but he was getting some work on the sideline. Ron Stone Jr., defensive end, UDFA. Matthew Butler, defensive tackle. Nesta J. Silvera, defensive tackle. Darian Butler, also linebacker, coming off that injury last year. And then our cornerback, number one corner at this point, Jack Jones, was also missing. But once again, you guys, not that big of a deal. A lot of these guys have been working out around the clock in the offseason on their own time. So nothing really to worry about in terms of some of these guys not being out there. I mean, we've seen Zeus wasted, right? I mean, putting up weight. Tay has been working out with Aiden O'Connell. I don't know if you guys got an opportunity to watch the Max and Aiden. We're going to talk a little bit about that as well. But he's been working out with Aiden and getting those reps in. So whoever wasn't out there, you guys, don't let anybody try and get you off, freaking out and shit like that. It's not that big of a deal. They didn't have to be there today. And it looks as though some of those players on that list were actually in the building. So
that means they were there. And it's like, bro, it's much to do about nothing. They always try to take stuff and ride it into a negative connotation with the Raiders. And I noticed that more than ever. And I'm not just, look, man, this is not from a fan perspective. This is just really being like an objective arbiter, man. They always do that with us, man. And what it's going to take is for the Raiders to turn this thing around and start winning this year, man. I'm really getting sick of that shit, man.
Yes.
I'm sick of the media. Every time somebody doesn't show up or something, it becomes this thing. They keep trying to create this narrative that Devontae Adams is going to leave. When the guy keeps telling you with his own mouth that he wants to be here, he chose to be here.
There you have it. Salute to Sean Reed, man. He's been tweeting away out there. Also gave us an update on our rookie guard / center out of Oregon, Jackson Powers Johnson. It looks like he got banged up a little bit during practice. He left early. There's no update on that yet. So I'm hoping and praying that it's nothing crazy, because having Jackson Powers Johnson in the building is that's a major thing for our development going forward, man. So something to keep an eye on as well. Outside of that, man, a lot of talk about Aiden O'Connell and Gardner Minshew out there. The quarterback battle looks as though, man, they're firing on all cylinders out there. And we're hearing a lot of this is going to be a fun competition to keep an eye on. It looks like Aiden, man, the accuracy has never been an issue. I don't know if you got an opportunity to watch some of the shorts, but he was, man, the accuracy is definitely there. And then Gardner Minshew, that gunslinger, we know what he can do. But keep an eye on that, you guys, moving forward. I know a lot of people were putting a lot of stake into Michael Mayer's presser today because he mentioned Gardner Minshew first. There's nothing to really go across that, you guys. I seen some people, he said it first because of this. It doesn't mean nothing. At the end of the day, AOC is the guy getting the what did our head coach say, Wasted? He's the one that earned those reps, right?
He earned them reps. He's the starting quarterback, man.
Yeah. So
like, let's just be for real. I mean, bro, like let's be for real here, man. It's going to take Gardner Minshew completely outplaying him. Like for real. Like if you're a team, right, and you're the owner of a team, what guy would you be rooting for? Yeah. Right? If you're the GM of a team, what guy would you be rooting for? Would I be rooting for a guy who was a journeyman free agent? Would I be rooting for my second year guy that I drafted? It just only makes sense to have a second year kid to come in there and take the snaps, because like I said previously, we've seen probably as good as Gardner Minshew is going to be in this league, unless he takes some crazy Rich Gannon kind of leap forward. Yeah. That normally doesn't really happen, right? But we don't know how good of a player AOC could be. No, we don't know. And that's the thing, yo. It's the currency of hope that we're holding out for. Yeah, no, definitely. Salute to everybody here in the building. As always, man, appreciate Intel with a bomb, too. With the bang! My brother Mitchell Renz. Before we get to that, salute to Raider Transplant Angelo. We're calling Aiden Vitamin A12 Graphk and Wasted. I like that. G-Lo. I like that. And salute to our brother Intel, always helping us keep the lights on over here at Shieldmore, man. Salute to my guy Intel. It's always a blessing to see you in the chat, brother. Salute. And hey, we got all the my fathers in the building. We got Jason Hunter, man. We got LV Maximus. We got Hug D. Salute to all my guys in the building. And happy birthday to Caleb McNew as well. 24 years old today. Salute to one of our own. Happy birthday, brother. You already know. Salute to Martin over the pond as well, man. Salute. Some other things to talk about. We had a couple pressers today, man. A lot is going on. This is actually starting to pick up right now. We got an opportunity to watch Thayer Munford. It was very short. I don't really have anything to say about Thayer Munford's presser. Michael Mayer said a few things. I believe he said he was down to 225 wasted, I believe. Said he's in really good shape. I think that's what he said. 255, wasn't it? Was it 255? Was it 255? I thought he was down a little lower. Let me see. I'm gonna look this up. But boy, man, he's only 225.
Either way, he's in phenomenal shape. Yeah. I'm sorry. He's down to 255. You are correct. My apologies. Down 10 pounds. It looks as though he is ready to go this upcoming season. He spoke a lot about this new regime and how much this Luke Getsy offense is a lot more simplistic than last year's. He struggled a lot blocking last year due to, he said he didn't really get the offense until about week 8.
No, really?
I know, right?
You know, everybody struggles with Josh McDaniels, paralysis by analysis McDaniels.
There you have it.
But out of here.
A few tidbits from Michael Mayer, man. Like he said, the system is a lot more simplistic with Luke Getsy. He also spoke to one of his former teammates, Cole Kmet, former Notre Dame Fighting Irish, played in Chicago under Luke Getsy. Says that he's really excited about the moving forward. That Cole Kmet said it's a very tight end friendly offense. So he's looking forward to that. Also spoke once again on Brock Bowers, said that he's a really good guy. And that also, that he's over the whole initial shock. So it did seem as though at first he was a little, what the hell's going on? Why are we taking Brock Bowers? You know what I mean? And who wouldn't be, right? You took him early, you moved up to get him last year. I know there's a whole new coaching staff and all that other good stuff, but he said that he's over that he's excited about these guys being teammates. And yeah, man, I mean, 255, I mean, he looks like he's in really good shape. He was excited at the presser, man. Mayer was talking a lot. This is a far cry from his rookie season where these guys get a little nervous and in front of the cameras and stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, he looked like, one of them toy soldiers out there, man. He's all jacked. Remember the movie Toy Soldiers?
Yeah.
Square jaw, crimson chin.
Yeah.
He's out there ready to rock and roll. And the 255, man, he wears that shit the way a tight end needs to wear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's ripped. That guy, look, man, he got the assignment when they drafted Brock Bowers. He has something to say about who's going to be getting what. I'm going to tell you that right now, man. He's not going to be left behind. I'm telling you, they are getting into the new modern way of doing, like, with football players and evaluation. I think the reason why Brock Bowers was drafted was because he was the best player on the board, period. Yeah. Like, so he's such a great athlete that they're not looking at him as just a tight end. They're looking at him as an athlete.
Yeah, they asked him that, Wasted. I don't know if you've seen that part. And my apology, I mean to cut you off, brother, but what they said was, are you going to be lined up all over the place? He said, oh, yeah. You're going to see some different looks. You know what I mean? So
I love it, man. I love it because these guys are so damn talented, man. They can run the whole route tree at 250, 60 pounds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a scary proposition. I think what the Raiders are going to do, if Luke Getsy is the kind of guy that I know he is, he's very good at scheming players open. He's very good with tight ends. He is going to revolutionize how tight ends are used in this game because I think this is the first time where you have guys that can do everything together. Like we always talk about Graphk and we talk about Aaron Hernandez. Aaron Hernandez was not the blocker that Rob Gronkowski was. Nobody was. Rob Gronkowski was like a damn right tackle.
Yeah.
But these two guys both can block.
Mm-hmm.
They both can block. And they both can do it all, man. It's going to be an exciting time to see what these guys can do, man.
Another great presser today was, and I know we're kind of flying through, but we're going to get to the chat as well, you guys. Patrick Graham's presser win was a breath of fresh air. He spoke so highly of our guy, Malcolm Kuntz, man, saying that he's taking on a major leadership role, working with some of the younger kids, and that he said he was giddy over the development of Malcolm Kuntz, and that he's really excited to see what this kid is going to do this upcoming season. It's a contract year. So we all know that Malcolm Kuntz is going to go out there and play his ass off because that's what these guys do. We know that, right? I mean, rightfully so. Coming off a big season last year, it looks as though Malcolm Kuntz is ready to take that next step in his development. I love it, man. But he got really hyped talking about Malcolm Kuntz. Also, man, he said he's been a tremendous resource for the young kids. So that's always good to see a kid that's still on his rookie deal kind of take the reins a little bit and kind of help some of these younger kids. Graham spoke about, the defense as a whole. If you guys haven't got an opportunity, man, go check it out. The presser was earlier. I don't want to go into too much detail about it, but also it looks as though Michael Mayer and Dylan Laube, our new 6th-round running back out of New Hampshire, that they were turning heads today at camp. That's a great sign, man. I've seen a few plays out there. Salute to Vegas Sports Talk. Salute to Hondo. Salute to all the beat writers that were out there uploading a bunch of stuff. Man, this kid, I'm excited about this kid. Wasted. I am, man.
Yeah, he's looking like a poor man CMC, like we said.
Yeah, man.
He's out there looking like a poor man Christian McCaffrey, man.
Yeah.
I'm about to start calling him Muslim McCaffrey.
Yo, but they did say though, the youngins were out there, turning some heads today. Getsy, going back to what he was saying, talking about at his presser, he did say to the media he will not deviate from the 12 personnel. They're going to stick to what he knows. That's his offense. That he ran in Chicago. They're not going to get away from that. They also asked him if this is the most talented offense that he's ever had. And I know what he wanted to say. He didn't say it. He just said, look, I've coached some pretty good teams. And I think he was alluding to those Green Bay Packer teams. He kind of mentioned Aaron Rodgers. And he talked this shit a little bit, Wasted. He said, when I was there, he won 2 MVPs back to back. He subtle little haymaker. You know what I'm saying? They pop your shit. You know what I mean?
It's a little,
ting. Yeah, I love it, man. But it looks like we're going to stick to the 12 personnel on the offensive side of the football. Another thing, man, that I didn't know too much about was Tom McMahon, our special teams coordinator. He has some energy. He's excited about the rules changing. You know what I'm saying? He kept mentioning DJ Turner. Kind of said he was like a standout, player in special teams. He's expecting a big year from him. If you guys didn't get an opportunity, go back and watch the presser earlier. Tom McMahon, man, he stepped away from the podium and he was kind of like breaking down film, like not without film being there, but breaking down shit in front of the media without a mic. It was really, really cool. I like his energy. I like Tom McMahon's energy, man. He absolutely brought something to that presser. I'm excited about what the special teams unit is going to look like this upcoming season.
Well, I'm going to be real with you, man. Last year, the Raiders were ranked in the 20s in special teams. And to me, that's shameful, being that we have one of the better kickers and probably, if not the best punter in the league. He's on a very short list of 2 or 3, right?
Yeah.
And I know special teams is about a lot more than that. Mm-hmm. I want more out of that unit. I need that unit to – I think for the Raiders, not having a franchise quarterback, you need to be in the top 15 and 10 in every category. Defense, offense, and special teams. The special teams lagged behind mightily last year.
Yeah.
Our offense and defense was in the teens last year. I think it's time for the special teams unit to take a step forward. And a lot of people were against Tom McMahon coming here to begin with because he hasn't had a great history in other places he's been. But I'm going to be honest with you, man. I'm looking to get a lot out of that unit, and I'm looking to get a guy that can return kicks a little better too. Yeah. That's what we need, man. We need that home run ball every now and again.
Yeah, facts, man. Salute to the chat. You guys wipe them feet, man. Pay your bar tabs. Hit that subscribe button on both channels if you guys are not subscribed yet. Also, I got to go back and finish it, but I did watch a little bit of the Aiden O'Connell, Max Crosby show, today that they dropped. It was live, but it was pre-recorded, you guys. If you get an opportunity, go check it out. It was funny because Shaq was all in the comments section. I was trolling a little bit, telling them to light the beam and all that good stuff. But it looks as though there's going to be a Max Crosby, Shaquille O'Neal, podcast here soon. He was saying that he loves dominant players, and Max is one of them. And that's coming from one of the greatest basketball players of all time. But Aiden O'Connell, man, he looks like he is in great shape. I mean, dog, this is a total difference from his rookie season. And, he spoke about, having a difficult, time last year, his rookie season, adapting to the speed of the game and, and all that good stuff. But put in the work. Another thing he said a lot about was him and Trey Tucker. They've been like this, Wasted.
Yeah, we were talking about this. You can tell that connection last year very, very early. And I think because going through their careers, they kind of came in together and they were getting reps together in practice. Yeah. And if you notice in a lot of games, Trey Tucker was his safety blanket. That's the guy when he turns blindly and just chuck it up there, that was his guy. Yeah. Similar to the way with DC, not to bring DC up, but like how Crabtree was his guy.
Yeah. No, definitely. I'm expecting some big things out of that connection this upcoming season. But they worked around the clock together. He did mention that he's worked with, he's working with Wilkinson and a few guys on the practice squad, and then also, I don't think Wilkinson is he on the practice squad. He was on the active roster a little bit, but he really didn't get any real reps. Yeah. But he was working with him, worked with Tay. He worked with Jacoby, but him and Trey Tucker have this solid, that solid rapport. So I'm excited about that connection. Also, man, if you get an opportunity, watch Tyree Wilson's presser as well. He is in phenomenal shape. Bro.
Yo, he don't even look real.
No.
That fucking guy look like a superhero and shit.
Yeah, man. But guess what, Wasted? He's healthy.
Yes, sir.
Max Crosby has been on him around the clock about who his nutritionist is, what he's eating, his workouts. He said that, Max has been the leader of that defensive line. He's been kind of, gravitating to him. He spoke about, our new guy Wilkins and what he's bringing to the middle of that defensive line. Also, Graham talked about Tyree Wilson in year 2 also, but Tyree said that he learned a lot, playing a little bit of defensive tackle last year because, that's going to make him stronger, and it's going to also add to his game on the outside. So,
because it's going to help you set the edge, body positioning, hand placement. All of those things are like crucial in the middle of a defense. That's why I love the way that they're developing him.
Yeah.
A lot of times when guys come in and they're drafted in one position, teams kind of get a sight blindness and they don't try to keep developing the player. They expect these guys to just hit the ground running. Yeah. And that's what it's about. That if you look at the overarching standpoint of what they were trying to get at this press conference, the one main word that I heard was development.
Yeah. Yes.
That's something that hasn't happened around this organization in a very, very long time. It's refreshing, bro, because now we're into modern football. We're not trying to go out there and plug holes in this team, getting guys who are over the hill that played their best football 3 years before we got them.
Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful,
and I hope the development keeps going. I hope that we can find some continuity with our coaching staff. I hope that we can continue this, holding on to this same unit, the same staff, because you look around the NFL, right? There's a reason why Patrick Mahomes is the greatest quarterback in the league right now. He's had Andy Reid every step of the way. You look at most of Tom Brady's, Tom Brady's success, it came in pretty much in one system, right? Like we need to figure out a way to keep some of these guys around. And I'm not saying that Aiden's going to be the guy to move the needle moving forward. I'm hoping that he is, what I'm saying? But we got to find some continuity with this coaching staff. And all these guys are saying all the right things. Tom McMahon, I've seen some things from James Craig, our offensive line coach, our head coach. We already know what he does. I'm hoping that Graham sticks around as well, even though I do believe we're going to lose him after this year, because I think the defense is going to take a massive step. You know what I mean?
Graham is definitely in line to be a head coach. But the thing is, the guy that I'm really looking forward to see, if he can prove his mettle with us, is Luke Getsy, man. Because Luke, if you look at the way this team is built, they're depending on Luke Getsy. Yeah. Luke Getsy's a guy, when he was in Chicago, man, he didn't run a lot of 11 personnel. They used it, but they ran predominantly mostly 12 personnel, man. Mm-hmm. I mean, 57.8% of the time he ran 12 personnel, man. Yeah. One running back, 2 tight ends, man. And on 23 of his snaps, man, you had situations where, he had 4 or 5 wide. So he is a run-first approach. He has a run-first approach. And if you look at the way this team is built, we are built for that. And with 12 personnel, you're looking to get additional blockers on the field to make space. So he's more of a physical ground and pound kind of offensive coordinator, man. Yeah. And I want to see if he can be able to kind of, throttle some of these people in the AFC West. Because if you really look at it, bro, that's the way you beat teams that throw the ball all over the place. Ball control, physicality, good, strong, tough defense. That's you can see what they're trying to do already, man.
Yeah, man, I'm excited. And I want to see what that looks like, with Aiden O'Connell at the helm. I want to see what it looks like with a Gardner Minshew at the helm, because, this offense, we really don't know what it is, Wasted, because of, they had a quarterback that was a run first guy. He didn't go through his reads. He just got the hell out of there and darted. I'm excited to see what this looks like, especially with all of the guys that we have. And just like Cologne said, Getsy has the players that he needs to run his offense. I'm excited to finally see us be competent on the offensive side of the football. 12 personnel, when you have 2 phenomenal options, with Michael Mayer, and Brock Bowers. But then also, man, another guy that a former, he actually won the Ted Hendricks Award in college as well, Harrison Bryant. I know that was many moons ago. I know he's 26 years old, and he's not one of those great receiving options, but he has a shit ton of talent at the tight end position. So it's going to be fun to watch the way he moves these guys around and the way they run the football. Interesting, though, Getsy did state something, and don't quote me on this, you guys, because I do not want to be any messy or anything, but he did say something along the lines of, they asked about the running back room, and he said something like, and don't quote me on this, it was like, around this time of the year, we're not too much worried about what the running back room looks like. And then it comes out with the tweet later on that Zeus wasn't out there, Amir Abdullah wasn't out there. You know what I mean? So I don't think that there's too much to look into with that, you guys. You know what I mean? I think they want to see what they have with Dylan Laube. I do believe they want to see what some of these other guys they have. What is Britton Brown going to look like? Is he going to make this team? Is Sincere McCormick going to make this team? You know what I mean? But I've seen a few other people freaking out about that, you know, about him talking about around this time of the year, we're not too much worried about what the running back room looks like. And then it comes out that some of these players weren't there. So I think he was kind of alluding to that.
Yeah, I mean, Graphk, look, when it comes to Dylan Laube, right, I think a lot of times with a lot of rookies, you get that mulligan year because people are expecting for you to make mistakes. I think the telltale sign of what's going to happen this year, unless Dylan Laube becomes a guy that just takes off, hits the ground running, you know, kind of like Pacheco in Kansas City as a rookie, he made an impact. A lot of rookies, you're not leaning on them. But I'm going to tell you something, man. Sincere McCormick and Britton Brown, it is time for them to come to the front of the congregation. It's time for these guys to produce. Yeah. They were hidden away last year on the Josh McDaniels scholarship. They're stashed away on the practice squad. Now it's time to show and prove or step off. Because I don't think that we're going to have a running back situation that was what Josh Jacobs had. Josh Jacobs was a high draft pick, first-round draft pick, and what winds up happening when you draft a guy high, you have to kind of solidify why you did that. We drafted Josh Jacobs in the first round in an era where nobody drafts running backs in the first round. And the Raiders were trying to justify making that pick, and they did. Josh Jacobs is an all-pro, great player, did great while he was here. But at this point, the Raiders don't have their wagon hitched to any of these guys.
Yeah.
If you don't do what you're supposed to do, you will be out of here, bro. Yeah. Because it's too many. We got too much talent even coming in UDFA-wise now. Yeah. I'm about to do a few shorts of some of these. Some of these guys some of these guys can play, bro. Yeah. Yeah. This draft was unusually talented. You got guys that are UDFAs that would have went in the third and fourth round in previous years, bro. Yeah. Hey, and I'm not talking about that running back. I'm just talking about as a whole. Yeah. The whole roster. Like, you're going to be surprised how many guys come in this year that hit the ground running all over the league because some of these guys should have been in the NFL already. Yeah. What position do we not attack in the UDFAs? Wasted. You said which one do we not attack? Did we not, or do we not? What position do we not bring one player in as a UDFA? We didn't bring any running backs in. Yeah, no, we didn't. We didn't bring one in. We got Dylan Laube in the 6th round, and I think they want to see, just like you said, you want to see what you have with these young guys. You got Britton Brown still, former 7th rounder out of UCLA. You got Sincere McCormick. They want to see what some of these guys look like. And you know, I thought Tom Telesco was going to say, why stop with Dylan Laube? Because there was still some good options out there as you get faced at the running back position a lot. So for them to, you know, to stick with their guns and stick with the guys that they got, I'm excited about it. I want to go back to one of our guys that we've talked about a lot over here, Malcolm Kuntz. I want to ask your opinion on something real quick. So this was what Graham said outside of the Giddy quote, right? He said, now you're seeing a young man developing true mastery of his craft. True mastery of his craft. I was impressed. Just the confidence that he has right now. What are your realistic expectations for him this upcoming season, Malcolm Kuntz, with Tyree and all the other guys there? Basement is 10.5 sacks. Ooh, I like that. Basement, because this is a guy that unless he forces the issue, it's going to happen towards the end of the year. Yo. Did Wasted just freeze up like a stripper? What happened? Yo, Wasted, bro. What are you doing? Let me get Wasted off the screen real quick. Salute to Wasted. He froze up like a stripper, y'all. I have no idea what happened. We're gonna bring him here shortly. Hold on real quick, man. My dog got frozen, man. Completely, absolutely frozen. Hold on, let me kick him out and then come back in. He's probably restarting his internet. It was the Detroit Buddha. Midline. Dixon said he was cooking too much. Factory. Let me see. He looked like he about to start a rocket. Let me see. AOL disc don't work no more. Crazy.
Yeah, man. Wasted got unceremoniously blizzacked from his Wi-Fi provider. But I want to ask you guys, while we're waiting for our brother to pop back in, how do you guys feel about the pressers today? You know, like, what were you most excited about? What were some question marks that, you know, some questions that you guys may have had, you know, with some of these pressers that we had, the Thayer Mumford of the world, the Michael Mayer, you know, are we concerned at this point with JPJ? It looks as though he went down with an injury, you guys, early at practice and did not return. He actually left. That's a scary thing to think about, because that offensive line looks totally different without JPJ. I'm just hoping and praying that it's a minor injury. It's just something he got dinged up a little bit and he's on his way back, because that O-line looks totally different without JPJ there, regardless of anything, man. Yeah, no, man, that was funny as well. You know, Hondo had mentioned a word and Michael Mayer was like, I don't know what that means. So it was absolutely comedy, man. Salute to Nomad. Yeah, man, his internet history got his ass blocked, man. You know what I mean? Does have an injury history. Well, we don't know what this is. And just like Nada said, hopefully it's just a stinger. Something like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, doppelganger. Michael Mayer definitely impressed a lot during his presser, man. You could tell he's maturing. The one thing about him, you can see he's in year 2. He's starting to pick up that swag. He's starting to move a little different. The body language, the talk, you know what I mean? Like he's getting a lot more comfortable in year 2. And that happens with timing, right? Tyree was still a little nervous, you know what I'm saying, around the cameras. You could tell he's still not there in terms of media and all that other good stuff, but he's matured a lot as well. And you could tell he's ready to go. The good thing with him is, though, just seeing that he's 110% healthy at this point. We have a healthy former first round pick that has a real off season, and he has a Max Crosby. And not even just that, you guys, he benefits now off of Malcolm Kuntz's development of last year, right? So he's not just leaning on a Max Crosby. He's not just leaning on a Christian Wilkins or, you know, a John Jenkins and these guys. He gets to lean on Malcolm Kuntz, a guy that played out of his mind last year at the end of the season when Josh McDaniels left. And, you know, I'm excited to see what that 1-2 punch looks like with him and Tyree, you know, on the right side of that defensive line. It's going to be fun, man. It's going to be fun. Salute to Quad in the building. Wipe them feet, y'all. Hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, make sure you hit that subscribe button. JPJ is okay with what I heard. More so taking cautionary measures, as he'll be super important to us. Salute to Cologne. So there you go. There might be a slight update there. I haven't seen anything online yet. Cologne, where'd you see that at, brother? I definitely want to look that up and put it on screen. Let me see. I like that, Adam. Kuntz, I have 10. I think that's the basement for Kuntz this year. If he had 8.5 last season in limited fashion, I'm expecting at least 10 to 12 sacks from Malcolm Kuntz this year. I'm expecting a big year from him. I agree. ITK, most ferocious D-line in the NFL. Facts. Let me see where Wasted is. I don't know where bruh is. He just absolutely disappeared, man. Salute to Qua. Clenched fist soldiers. Salute to my guy, man. Appreciate you, brother. On a $10 special, man. My people. Graphk with the Gilligan hat on, talking that shit. Let me see. Salute to everybody here. Get some questions in, you guys. We're going to talk until our brother pulls back up on the screen. Let me see. Marcus, I know, right? The measurables. He does look like a mammoth of a man, an Alden Smith type build, a Justin Tuck type build. If he can play anywhere near both of those guys' caliber, man, we got something with Tyree Wilson, you know, our young pup out of Texas Tech. Let me see. Yeah, definitely. The energy around the players and coaching staff got me pumped, man. I mean, look, bro, from the special teams coach to the defensive coordinator, the offensive line coach, to our O coordinator, you know what I mean, to our head coach. Everybody is just excited. The players, everybody's saying the right thing. And the good thing right now, you guys, is everybody is bought in. Everyone's bought in. That is the big thing about what we got going on right now. Everyone is bought in. You're not hearing a lot of outside noise. You're not seeing players being distracted off the field and doing a bunch of crazy shit. Knock on wood. I don't want anything to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, man, everyone is bought into what we are doing. This is where greatness starts, you guys. This is where greatness is bred. is everyone bought in to the culture, bought in, to what this head coach and what this general manager is bringing to the table. I'm excited, man. This is the most bought in I've ever seen one of our teams in many moons, probably since the 2016 team. You know what I mean? And even then, there was still a few question marks. The defense wasn't where it was. We have a way better defense now than that 2016 defense. I'm going to keep it a buck with you guys. You know what I'm saying? But I just, man, everyone is bought in, man. I'm really, really excited to see what this team does this upcoming season, man. Salute to Kawhi. Mitch McConnell wasted. Laugh out loud. Salute to my guy, Kawhi, man. He just went ghost, bro. He just went ghost. Salute to Hug D's. My brother, man, the my father himself. Feel the energy difference in this entire organization from years prior. Everyone is hyped and focused and team-oriented. Players helping players, 80 at OTAs. That is a big number right there, Hug. I believe there was 78, 79, but I hear you. Pretty much 80 players out there. I love it. I love it, man. I'm excited, man. Salute to my dog, Hug D's. Janoy, I mean, who wouldn't it be? Who wouldn't it be? We're Raider fans, right? I mean, shit. But this feels different. This isn't like those teams, in the past that we were just like what are we're supposed to be optimistic. We're Raider fans, right? Like even those years when Stu played, when Lou Murph, salute to our brother Lou Murph, when we had those teams out there and Andrew Walter at quarterback, and we had to be optimistic because we're Raider fans, but we were like, man, let's just keep it a buck. Like this is going to be a bad team. I don't feel like that with this team. Everything feels totally different. You know what I mean? And you've seen the difference, Janoy, last year as the season unfolded. You know what I mean? Like when Aiden went out there, AP took over the job. You know what I mean? The defense started just flying all over the place. Patrick Graham was unleashed. You know what I mean? This is different. It's a difference between being optimistic, being hopeful, and being like, yo, this shit is different. This shit is different. Now, will it translate on the football field? Only time will tell. But I feel really good about what we got going on, man. Yeah, there you go. We haven't had a defense. Shit, man. 13 years? You may want to go back before that, Hug. You might want to go back further than that. It's been forever. You know what I'm saying? Because even when we had Khalil Mack, you guys, what was always the gripe? We were still trying to build that defense around him. You know what I mean? We brought in the Bruce Irvins of the world, you know what I mean? And there was some good seasons with him as well, you know what I mean? But we never had a really, really great defense around Khalil Mack. Now you have Max Crosby, one of the greatest defensive ends in the NFL, but now you have Christian Wilkins next to him. You have Malcolm Kuntz coming into form. You have Tyree Wilson in year 2, and then you have all these studs, at linebacker with Robert Spillane and hopefully Divine Diablo balls out this upcoming season as well. But there's just talent all over the place. You know what I mean? So I think this may be the best defense we've had since the early 2000s, Hug. Like real talk. I mean, that's not really saying a lot because we've had some bad defenses in recent history. But I got to say, man, this is probably one of the better defenses we've had since the early 2000s, late 90s. Facts. Yo, salute, our brother is unthawed, you guys. He is unthawed. He is back.
I was stuck in suspended animation, everybody. I'm back.
Yo, everybody was like, yo, what the fuck happened to Oasis Wi-Fi, bro?
Bro, something happened next door. The phone company, they shut everything down for a quick second and they put it back up.
Got you. We held it down, man. The chat was killing it, man, while you were gone, man.
Yeah, it was Terrence Howard, man.
Take a screenshot. Oh, we're gonna get the screenshot, more money. Trust and believe. We're gonna go back.
I already took it. I saw it on my phone. I was like, God damn it.
Hey, if you didn't, I know Martin got it for sure. Like
yeah,
Martin
definitely got it.
He's the GOAT of screenshots, man.
That's definitely gonna be somebody's avatar in the chat, frozen, wasted, or something. To be like,
yo, no, we were just talking about. We've talked about this numerous times on the pod about the it's feeling different, right? Like as Raider fans in the past, we're optimistic because we're Raider fans. We're hopeful because we're Raider fans, and then there's this feeling where it's like everyone's bought in and this thing feels different. Right, like I just brought up the Lou Murph days, the Stu days, the Andrew Walter days, where it was like, this is our team. We're still going to be optimistic, but in our head, we're like, realistically, we're going to fucking suck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is a total different year, bro. Like the vibe is just totally different. And Hug was saying, I mean, when you damn near got 80 people out there, you know, right now, this early in the ball game, they're bought in, man.
Bro, we knew back in the day, like, let's all be honest here, right? Hey, everybody gather around the fire. Gather around. Right?
Melt that ice that wasted was frozen in.
Yes, but in all seriousness, did we really believe we were going to win with fucking Andrew Walter?
No.
Like, come on, we knew.
Yeah.
We knew when, you know, Thule didn't even play that much for us, right?
Yeah.
We knew. You know, there were times, like with Terrell Pryor, we had to tell ourselves, oh, if Terrell Pryor can finally turn around, maybe he could turn into what Cam Newton is. We knew. We fucking knew. We knew the rest of the team was bad. We knew.
Yeah.
Oh, Bruce Campbell, Bruce Almighty can finally be what Al Davis thinks he could be. Maybe, man, he could be like Anthony Munoz. No, that is not what's going on right now. What's going on now is some tangible optimism. There's a difference between, you know, just blind fandom and tangible optimism. This is not just routed in anything that's not real. This is shrouded in, yo, look at this roster. All pro. Possible, you know, Pro Bowlers, young players making their ascension, trying to get their contract. We don't have a team full of guys that are nicked up. We don't got a bunch of guys who haven't played well in years that we brought in, like I said earlier. Yeah. Dude, this feels great. The only thing that is a question mark is under center and is the quarterback.
Yeah.
It's the only thing that's a humongous question mark. The rest of this team, even the backups are proven. And I love the fact that the way we've constructed the team not in a helter-skelter manner, because you used to kind of feel like if you had a guy like John Gruden as the head coach, John Gruden is an offensive guy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't care much about the defense.
No.
So it was like, listen, hey, listen, man, we got $100 million, man.
Put it all in the offense.
Hey, man, we got $100 million, man. So listen, Paul, what we're going to do is we're going to take about $92 million and reinforce that offense, and you get $8 million. You think you can make that work? That's something that you can be comfortable with, man. Does that interest you, man?
And guess what he said, Gru? Paul said, my defense doesn't make any fucking sense anyway, so we're good to go.
You know what Paulie G said? You know what Paulie G said? He goes, man, my defense is so complicated, it's going to confuse my players and the other players across the team.
Paul Gunther was the defensive Josh McDaniels and shit.
Oh, my God. Paralysis by analysis, right? So,
yo, that's actually did you see that as well, real quick? I don't want to cut you off, but 118 said I came in late, but did you talk about why AOC? So he was on, you know, the Rush podcast, and they asked him, did he turn his number to 12 because of Tom Brady? And you know, I didn't see the entire spot because I didn't see him say out of respect to Carr. I could be wrong. I didn't hear that part, but I did. He did kind of laugh a little bit. He was like, I didn't pick 4. He's like, it was given to me. I didn't pick 4. You know, he said, you know, 12 was a number that he wore in Pee Wee football. You know what I mean? And then there was another number, I believe, that he was thinking 16. About going to. Was it 16 or 18? Yeah, something like that. But I did not hear that part where he said he did it out of respect to Carr. And if that's true, that's nice. You know what I mean? I respect it. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't retire numbers 182. So I'm going to be real with you. Look, DC didn't do enough. He's not Charles Woodson. He's not Tim Brown. You know, he's not these guys where these numbers 00, they shouldn't even be around anymore, right? Number 4 is an open number, period, point blank, the end. I don't care what anybody says. There's no hate to Derek Carr. I get the respect thing, but then no one should ever wear Tim Brown's number. No one should ever wear 24, ever.
Bro, listen, and you know the funny thing about 24? 24 is almost, in our organization, it's kind of like a rite of passage, the way the number 88 is for the Dallas Cowboys.
Okay, Tyree took his number. There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a rite of passage. Like with the Dallas Cowboys, number 88 is a rite of passage, right? So you got Drew Pearson, playmaker, that Dez Bryant. They all had 88.
Yeah.
So it was a rite of passage, right? What does CeeDee Lamb have?
88.
88. It's a rite of passage, right? I think 24 for the Raiders is that.
Mm-hmm.
If you're a corner and you that guy, you know what I'm saying? You're DB, you're that guy, you should get the number 24. It's a rite of passage, right? It's like a fraternity.
But when it comes to any other number here, man, if you're going to retire anything, man, there are a lot of guys who have been through here. The number 32, well, nah, they're never going to do that because of his beef with Al. But Marcus Allen, they didn't retire autos. Well, nobody can wear double zeros in the NFL anymore anyway. They didn't. But 32, listen, Jack Tatum wore 32 as well. Yeah. So it's like we've always had great players, multiple great players wearing significant numbers on this team, right? Mm-hmm. Howie Long, 75 isn't retired.
Yeah, man.
Like if you're going to retire anything. So like a lot of this recency bias that we have in this nation is hurting it. I think what's happened is we've lost for so long that we are seduced by like just not being a shade over mediocre. Yeah. We sit up here, we obsess about bringing in players that were just okay. And we talk about, canonizing guys who never won a damn thing here. And that was always the spirit of why Graphk and Wasted and Graphk have always been on the train. We're like, yo, you guys need to expect better. I don't want to hear all of this shit about this guy. You guys act like this guy won a Super Bowl for us.
Yeah. But I do love what Aiden said, and I'm seeing in the chat because I didn't see that part. I actually exited to get ready for this show right when he was in the middle of that discussion. But he said he felt it was disrespectful since he's the franchise leader. He wanted number 9. Tyree took number 9. He said he felt it was disrespectful to Carr. So I'm gonna go double back and watch the rest of the interview once we're done.
Disrespectful to Shane Leckler for you to wear number 9. Damn it! You respect Shane Leckler, the greatest punter in the history of the world. Damn it!
Talk that shit. Salute to Junior. I still remember that 2020 defense. We're blessed to have what we have now. Hopefully top 5 defense incoming. Also hoping for a top offense. Raiders. Salute to my guy Junior 6'5" on the $5 donation. Yeah, man, that 2020 defense was nasty. That was the pandemic defense. That shit was absolutely disgusting, bro. Like that was, I don't know if you guys, whoever's been around the channel for a long time, I actually did a celebration video when Paul Gunther got fired. It was actually, and it was a real one. Like I damn near lit candles and all kind of shit because I was so happy that he finally got the boot and shit. But yeah, that defense was nasty. Any offense just ran down the field on that defense.
Bro, and you know what's funny? I don't want you guys to call me old for going back to Ray Guy, the greatest punter of all time.
Oh yeah.
I didn't want to go back to Ray Guy. Like, give me a break, guys. we know Ray Guy's the greatest punter in the history.
Oh, Ray Guy is
the greatest. He's the greatest punter in history. Period. There's no question.
Yeah, factory. He said Ray Guy would have put the ball out of Allegiant. He definitely would have kicked it right through, right through the flame, bro. Right outside those windows to go out to the strip. Salute to everybody here. Let me see. I like it, Mike. No one cares about a number on your jersey. Go ball out. I love Carr. Once a Raider, always a Raider. Salute to my guy Mike in the building. He said Ray Finkel was the greatest kicker ever. You bum. You are old though. Hey, Jeff Jager was my guy, bro. That was my guy.
Jeff Gossett, Jeff Jager, bro. He used to look like a roadie for Guns N' Roses.
Bro.
Yo, business in the front, party in the back. He had the mullet.
Yo, Jager was my guy. I made a homemade Jager jersey back in the day, bro. Real talk. We couldn't afford no damn jersey. I made that shit, bro. Real talk. Jeff, high stakes Jager, bro. Holy shit. The Jager bomb, coach. The Jager bomb.
Not the Jager bomb. Matt Barr's a giant. That's a New York Giant right there. He only played for us very briefly. It's like Kevin Boss is a giant. He's not over there.
Yeah. Nah, Reb, this is facts though, man. Mayor was preaching. He said straight up, who's going to stop us? Hey, man. But once again, it goes back to what Wasted said, right? That entire offense, that the quarterback position, it has to work for us in order, the brain has to work for the rest of the body to move. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hoping that the brain gets right. But also, man, we've talked about this a lot. We're putting a lot of stock into a running back room that there hasn't been a lot of, let's just keep it a buck, bro. Zeus, Alex Madison, Dylan Laube, 6th rounder out of New Hampshire, Amir Abdul at the end of his career. Like we're putting a lot of stock into that room.
And Madison's a guy who I'm going to be honest with you. I know he was a free agent acquisition. And every year on teams, there are guys that are brought in and they're expected to fulfill a certain role and they shit the bed. In preseason, they better not give him the veteran treatment. I want to see Alexander Madison I want to see him in preseason. I want to see him get a significant amount of carries because what I noticed about him is, right, he's a guy that as his usage rate went up, his fumble rate went up. Now, they say that's the law of averages, right? Mm-hmm. But it went up exponentially.
He went from having 1 or 2 fumbles every year to having like 8 or 9 last year.
Yeah. We talked about that a little bit last year.
We got to talk about how many lost fumbles too.
Yeah.
That's the thing. He lost a bunch. Yo, man, nasty work, man. I want to make sure he's holding on to the ball.
Salute to Wilder, man. Afternoon, my brother. It's been a minute. Working life has me busy. Just checking in. Salute to my guy. We appreciate you for being here, brother. Wasted. Just wanted to say this shit to your face. But Brock Bowers. Love you, brothers.
Hold on. Marcus, hold on.
Salute to my guy, man. Marcus to the building. Appreciate you on the $10 donation, man, and the kind words. My dog, my brother. Salute to LV. Yeah, man. Trust the process. Yeah, man. And look, this isn't me, you guys, saying that I don't trust Zeus. It's just saying it's very early. You know what I mean? And we have a 4 game, 4 games pretty much to go off of. Wasted, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just hoping and praying, man, that he continues that trajectory upward, because we're gonna have to rely heavily on the run game this year, because that's what he does. He wants to run the football to set up the pass, man. Salute to Spivey in the building also, man. Gifting 5 OLV Raider Network memberships. Appreciate you, brothers. Salute to the Kevin Nash, to the Shillmore. If you guys want to become a member of both channels, do me a favor, man. Hit the link. It's pinned up top. Also, if someone can, because I know Wasted didn't do it because he's always sleeping.
No, I definitely did. I did it this time.
Oh,
yes, I did.
Okay.
I did it earlier.
Well, there you go. If you want to become a member, hit the link in Wasted. It's pinned up top as well. Definitely one of the best ways to support what we do over here. Salute to all the new members in the building because of Spivey. My God, man. Appreciate you.
Great and powerful, Spivey. Here we go.
Yes.
Here we go. It's right at you right there, baby. The Wasted Talent membership. And what you get is you get supreme content.
And Elite, you're definitely right. Talked about this the other day. He did average, I thought it was 4.3, but you may be on to something. 4.7 per carry. He is strong in a violent one-cut run. I thought it was 4.3. Let me see. I want to
wait. You talking about carry rushing? It's 3.9.
No, what he averaged to carry last year?
Average
4.3. Average 4.3.
I see on ESPN. I see 700 yards. You talking about Madison or
No. Zeus averaged 4.3.
Oh, I'm looking at Madison. I'm my bad, bro.
No, he averaged 4.3 a clip last year. Salute to Elite. I knew it since you had it, but it's 4.3. Salute to there we go. Yes, AP DDT. There we go, man. I love it. Salute to Transplant. Yes, Wasted is covering the Shakir Stevenson fight out there in Newark. So he definitely will be dropping content on his channel and on Vegas Sports Today. Stay tuned for that. We're going to be doing a lot of stuff. And I might be covering a few things upcoming too as well, you guys. Stay tuned.
Yes.
And Wasted. So stay tuned.
Wait, hold on. We got to give him the gold dust.
Yeah. Let's go.
Oh, that's the Ravishing Rick Rude.
Yeah. Salute the Transplant, man. My guy in the building. Let me see. He's teaching some important shit in that profile pic. Yo, there we go, man. Hug got it right there. Join the Get Off My Lawn gang or get unceremoniously blizzacked. Salute to my guy.
Man, I wish I had some of my stuff up here because I would show you guys right now the Mutombo picture.
And I want to ask you, and real quick, I'm going to bring this up so I make sure I have the dates right. What are you expecting? What are you looking for moving, in this upcoming off season? Okay. Cause right now the OTA off season workouts are in full fledged, May 20th to the 21st to the 23rd. Then they come back May 28th to the 29th. Then June 3rd to the 6th. It's going to be a lot moving and shaking at that point because of all the post June cuts. Rookie minicamp, May 10th through the 11th. We already got through that. Mandatory minicamp, June 11th through the 13th. What are you looking at closely right now? The pads aren't on. There's only so much we can do right now. It's easy to say Dylan Laube is killing it out there. Brock Bowers and Michael Mayer are killing it. The pads aren't on yet, right? It's no real football going on yet. But what are you looking for the most right now with all this off-season madness going into the season?
The most important thing for me is making sure that the offensive line has a certain markum of continuity, right? Mm-hmm. I want to see who the guys that they're really going to bring out there, and if they're working together well, if they're making a lot of movement, is there a part? Because with the guard positions, there's one thing, and Torque Lewis was talking about this. He was arguing with somebody in my comments, and I saw it. He was talking about the way that JPJ did not play well at guard in college. He said this, and I'm going to be honest with you.
East Coast echoed that sentiment too, Wasted. He did say.
And I went back and I looked, and I saw East Coast Gridiron talk about it. And it's something that I never really thought about because, you know, it's easy as a just a human being to draw the comparisons with him and Richie Incognito. Their attitude, the look, they kind of look alike and shit. Is weird, right?
Yeah.
But yo, that is a very valid concern. And a lot of my optimism is tied into JPJ. It really is, because I viewed him as a guy where, like, okay, we've solidified this line now.
Yeah.
But if he's not a good guard, then now you got a log jam at center. He's got to wait. And then now you're playing a guy that you expected to be a backup. And that depth that we talk about is not really tangible at this point. The offensive line is big because we can't have a quarterback like Aiden O'Connell be as pedestrian he is when it comes to movement.
Mm-hmm.
Getting harassed and having the defensive tackle in his lap.
Let me ask both you guys this, and more. This is more the East Coast. I know you're in the chat, so it's kind of difficult to bring it up. But was he that bad at the guard position, or was it just night and day because of how great he was at the center position? You get what I'm saying? Sometimes a motherfucker's just so dominant at the center position that he just looks pedestrian at the guard position. Was this more about him being great as a center, or him being just
no? He wasn't ass, but he wasn't great. Okay. I'm gonna put it to you like this: had he stayed at guard, maybe he would have gotten better. But at the production level at guard that he showed in college, probably wouldn't have not got drafted as high as he did.
Okay.
He is a center through and through. And, you know, look, man, I'm hoping that we can get the Don Mosbar effect.
Yeah.
Let him play guard. Then when Dave Dalby got a little old, they moved Mosbar over. Yeah. Did the same thing with they didn't do the same thing with Dalby and Jim Otto. I think when they brought Otto in, they kind of transitioned away from Otto. But for a minute with the Raiders, the history of Raiders, it was Otto, Dalby, Mosbar.
Otto, what, 15 seasons?
Yeah, man. A long time, bro. And then Dave Dalby played a long time here.
Mose and then later on Huddy. You know, I personally think that he's going to be Jared Valdir, 10 Commandments. Damn, remember the Hulk, the Incredible Hulk?
Yeah, but he didn't play center for us.
No. I know he just mentioned some O-line.
Jared Valdir, man. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it was funny because when he became the Incredible Hulk, he no longer played for us anymore.
Yeah, he was with Arizona at the time. He still looked like shit.
Yeah, but he became the Hulk. He got on the Balco breakfast.
Okay, East Coast says he's not the best at setting an anchor or identifying multiple gaps, especially in the pass game. The center position caters to not only his size, but his speed. Well, I still think that he's going to end up being a center regardless. I think that this is a 1-year, pretty much prove-it deal with Andre James. They can get out of it afterwards. I think that they wanted to see what he looks like in this new system ran by James Craig. But I think eventually he's, like you said, you know, what happened? You said we started, you know, Mose at the guard position and eventually moved him to the center spot. I think he's eventually going to be a center. You know what I mean? And the thing that gets me nervous, though, man, is, you know, at this point, if he's left guard, he's right next to Colton Miller, which is great because you have a standout left tackle. But if you're over there on the right side next to Mumford, that shit can get kind of scary because you have an unproven tackle and now a rookie guard at right guard.
They're not going to do that. They're going to move Dylan Parham to his rightful position, which is right guard.
I believe so too.
And Dylan Parham and everybody in the chat, have you not seen it? Put a short up about this. You know, Dylan Parham was always moved over to left guard because he was the junior on the line and they wanted to protect the rook. There was some things that were done with guys like, if you look at a guy like Alex Leatherwood. Alex Leatherwood didn't get the luxury of being between the guys that he probably should have.
Yeah.
You want the young guy being in between the two most senior guys on this line. So that is Andre James and Colton Miller, our most accomplished linemen. And you get that veteran kind of like cocoon around the young rook. At this point, if Dylan Parham, and Dylan Parham played pretty well last year. Yeah. He didn't do great, but he played pretty well. Dylan Parham's numbers, when I compared his numbers, and I know you guys are going to be like, get the hell out of here. We talk about the best right guard in football and stuff like that. But when you compare him to Zach Martin, right, his numbers, there were some numbers, and they had actually, you know, Parham had more snaps than Zach Martin last year. He had more snaps than him. And let me tell you something, man. He did, like, when you look at their numbers on paper. Now I know it looks different looking at film. East Coast, don't jump all over me. East Coast, don't do it. But what I'm saying is, pull his numbers up and look at Zach Martin as opposed to Dylan Parham.
Yeah.
Dylan Parham played pretty goddamn well at left guard, man.
Yeah, salute to AR. Just show my brothers in Raider Nation some love. Can't wait for the season. No wasted. Get off Brock's line. Laugh out loud. Just kidding. Have a great day. Brock Bowers. Salute to my guy AR Bowling on the $5 donation. My brother, appreciate you, King. Salute to East Coast. He says, if you guys want to see his worst game, go watch the Washington versus Oregon game from 2022. It was very telling that JPJ was not a guard. Bo was running for his life. Had to go to my notes. Laugh out loud. So I'm definitely going to check that out. Definitely.
All right. So if you want to do a little juxtapose with Zach Martin and Dylan Parham, hey guys, and you want to go check out, I have a short up, go check it out, right? So PFF 2023, they gave Zach Martin a positive grade as the green, 69.8 grade overall, 77.2 pass blocking grade, 64.3 run blocking grade. Now he played 908 offensive snaps. Pass blocking snaps, he had 581. Run blocking snaps, he had 327. 3 penalties, 4 sacks allowed, 7 hits allowed, 22 total pressures, right? Mm-hmm. That is the best. I mean, can we agree this is the best right guard of football, Zach Martin? Has been for a very long time, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, now let's go to Dylan Parham. Dylan.
Salute the 10 Commandments. While you're doing that, question, did JPJ zone block in college? It's rumored that we will be zone blocking under Getsy. I don't know what scheme they ran out there in Oregon. I'm gonna look that up while you.
But hold on, right? So check
1 second.
With Parham, right? 60.4 overall grade, 61.8 pass blocking grade, 57.6 run blocking grade. And that's how PFF graded him out. And it's weird. The numbers are a little weird, but you look at offensive snaps. He had 1,042 offensive snaps played. He had 633 pass blocking snaps. He had 409 run blocking snaps. He had 5 penalties, 1 sack allowed. And I think the penalties is kind of what swayed it in this direction. 1 sack allowed, 5 hits allowed, and 26 total pressures. Now Zach Martin had 22 total pressures. He Parham had 2 less hits allowed, and he had a couple of less sacks allowed. You know what I mean? So Dylan Parham is trending in a direction where if he can clean up a couple of penalties, this can be an all-pro guard.
Yeah, facts.
Real rap. He could be an all-pro guard. I know, listen, people could say, Raider bias, but the guy only allowed 1 sack last year.
Yeah.
5 penalties. If he can clean that up, man, he's trending in a great trajectory. Especially
year 3, we know this. Year 3 is that year. Year 3 is the sink or swim type year. That's the year where it's like, are you going to take that next step? So we're going to be watching Dylan Parham very closely. And I think that this would be very, very, very smart of these guys to move him to his original position, which is right guard, in a very pivotal year of his development. And I love this East Coast. I was looking it up while Waster was talking, but yes, Will Stein had a ton of zone blocking in Oregon's offense, ton of pulling guard stuff as well. Again, JPJ identifying blocks is his weakness. They ran a ton of inside zone. So I didn't really watch a lot of Oregon last year. I got to keep it a buck. So salute to East Coast Gridiron for answering 10 Commandments. Hopefully 10 Commandments, you're still here and you check that out. Salute to my brother East Coast Gridiron for a haymaker right there, because I absolutely had no idea what they ran out there in Oregon. Salute to Ben. JPJ gives him a lot of reps and then assess him. Yeah, I mean we will. I mean, look. I mean,
they have no other choice but to do that, right?
And remember, he was getting reps at left guard when only the rooks were out there. You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna move him around a little bit once everybody's out there together as a unit. You know what I mean? But I'm not really too much. I'm just worried about JPJ's health at this point. I don't know really what happened, you guys. I'm gonna see if there's any updates anywhere. I have not seen anything on Jackson Power Johnson. Hold on.
And they don't really have to give anything out at this point. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but when you look at what Luke Getsy runs, man, and look, you got to understand, Luke Getsy is a guy who is a disciple of the Shanahan, zone blocking. All of this comes from Mike Shanahan to Kyle Shanahan to LaFleur down to Getsy, right? So what you're looking for is you're looking for athletic linemen. And I think that the guys that we have in the building They're all athletic guys. Dylan Parham is a damn good athlete as a guard. You know what I'm saying? If you look at Andre James is an athletic center. JPJ's athletic. Colton Miller was really, suited to be a zone blocking left tackle. And when you look at there, Mumford is as big as he is frightening for as big as that dude is. That dude he's a terrific athlete. I think that if JPJ works out, we have one of the better lines in football.
Yeah. What do you think about Mumford, saying that he prefers to play on the left side than the right?
Look, it's apparent in his play.
Yeah.
He played. It's clear he played much better at left tackle. But what that shows me is if he can get it together and play a right tackle, Colton Miller's coming into a year next year where he's still in a contract, but there has to be a decision made.
Yeah,
that'd be a nice decision to have to make, to be like, hey, Colton, man, we got a kid we feel like that can fill in for you at left tackle that we're paying peanuts.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be great for me, man. I hope that there Mumford is the left tackle of the future.
That would be phenomenal to already have him on the roster. And look, it seems as though Colton Miller, they said that he may be beat up a little bit now, working on the working off the field. You know what I'm saying? It looks as though he may be beat up already a little bit. And we remember what happened last year, Wasted.
Yeah.
Colton, that shoulder injury, man, it definitely affected his game. It definitely affected the way that O-line, worked, but it also gave Mumford an opportunity to play on the left side. And he did really well, man. And
I'm gonna tell you, if that happens this year, I don't think that Colton gets that job back. That's a hot take.
I like that.
If Colton Miller goes down early, or he comes out of the year, and then they have to feature Mumford over there, and they have to move some things around and put somebody at right tackle, I don't think Colton gets that job back.
My Sacramento Breadman's going to be all right, man. My 916 brother is going to be okay. Colton's going to play every snap this season, man. Salute to Terry, my guy. I'm sorry I haven't been able to pull up lately. My mom's been having cardiovascular trouble, and my client has been dealing with some stage 4 prostate cancer.
Oh, my God.
Liver failure and heart disease, but I still love y'all show, Raiders. Hey, man, dog, Terry.
Bro, life is life, and you ain't got to worry about our stuff going on over here.
Man. Hey, everybody in the comments section, if you guys can, man, put them prayer hands up for our family over here, man. Terry Ogden, man, appreciate you for the donation, but you didn't have to do that, man. And we understand, like you said, life is life, right? So we get it, Terry. Hey, prayers. I'm gonna say a prayer for you and your family today, brother. Real talk,
bro.
To you, Terry. And and I love that hug. There you go. Now you're doing what we asked you to do. Salute the hug. If you guys want to support the My Father's business, go check it out, 208customdesigns.com. Support one of our own. If you guys have your own designs and you want to get them put on t-shirts and sweaters and hats, reach out to our brother Hug at 208customdesigns.com. Go rock with our guy, man. Salute. And real quick, too, I want to say this. I got an email yesterday. Me and Wasted will be having a new sponsor this upcoming season, you guys. So stay tuned for that. We're going to be talking about it a lot. I'm not going to put it out there in Front Street yet. But, once that first payment slides through, we definitely going to break bread. We're going to chop it up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And guess what? You guys are going to like it, too, because a lot of great content's going to come out of that sponsorship. That sponsorship it's nothing but right. They came to the right people for that sponsorship.
Yes. Because
we definitely can fit the mold of how we can propel that brand. So it's going to be great. Shout out to Men of Order, too. menoforder.com. Guys, go there. Go get all your supplement needs. We got Flow. We got Apex. Listen, it's for the get off my lawn gang. If you want to get out there and get back in the gym, Wasted's back in the gym. I'm going to show you guys my progress. After this live, I'm going to get look, Graphk will tell you, I've been going hard, man. Listen, pause, all the pauses, but no, not really. Gas and all brakes, Graphk, because let me tell y'all something. I'm going to be hulking out pretty soon. I'm going to come on the air and say, wait, I know you better say, brother, what's going on, brother? I can't wait. Let me tell you something, Graphic brother.
You're stupid, bro. Yo, so look, we're actually both about to hit the gym right after this, man. So you already know. Salute to the chat, you guys. Wipe them feet, hit them thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, man, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. It's free. It helps us remain in the algorithm. Hey, a few more things before we get out of here. Did you get an opportunity to go back and check out some of that Robert Spillane interview on Max Crosby's The Rush?
The axe murderer Spillane.
Hey, I love it because everybody is praising Patrick Graham like insanely right now. That it gets me nervous because it's like, He's going to be a head coach eventually. But I wanted to talk about one thing that he said on the rush specifically. I got in the lab with him as soon as I got here, and he was willing to break it all down for me. I always say break it down as if I'm a kindergartner and you're explaining the concept. I feel like when you can break it down, understand it at such a basic level, you can learn. Patrick Graham is also somebody who loves the game of football and studies it very intently. He went to Yale and he loves to study and he loves football. He studies the games. I love where it's taking our relationship. He also went on to say he's taken some things that I've suggested and implemented them into our team. To be heard as a player from our coaches is important. I love that he's taken a few things that I've said to him and showed me that he's going to implement them this offseason, and I'm excited about that. I wanted to read that because this is somebody that players are happy to play for. Right? They're happy to play for. And I don't find it a coincidence that we called this guy a thumper coming over from Pittsburgh in free agency, and out of nowhere, the guy is our best cover linebacker on the roster, even over Divine Diablo. You know what I mean? What do you take about all this praise that our defensive coordinator is getting by his players, man?
Look, man, this is the circle of the NFL life. If I can harken back to the Lion King, this is the circle of life. This is what happens when you have great coordinators. Great coordinators become head coaches. But the thing I'm hoping that the culture here with the Raiders, it starts with the head coach, right? Starts with Antonio Pierce. Yeah. And I think that the people that are under Patrick Graham, the positional coaches, are learning from Patrick Graham, and they can kind of grow. And hopefully this turns into what the Ravens were in the early 2000s. Marvin Lewis kind of set the pace. Marvin Lewis is in the building right now. Mm-hmm. And I hope that Patrick Graham is not only developing these players, but he's developing the guys under him to take the reins if he does leave.
Yeah.
And it could be because, listen, there was a running joke in the NFL where, like, yo, if you want a head coaching job, go be a defensive coordinator with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rex and Mike Nolan and all of these guys that got jobs because them guys got jobs all over the league because of that Ravens defense. So I'm hoping that this is what kind of, thing this turns into.
Yeah, fact. Salute to Omar, man. Since Gannon, we had 12 years of nothing. DC came in the Raiders' history. Al just passed, and Mark inherited the treble team. Peace, bro. Omar is always all over the place, and I love him for it. I have no idea what that thought is, but salute to O.
Omar thinks like abstract art.
Yeah. But there's at the root of it, it makes sense. But you just can't put it all together. Salute to Terry, man. Helping you keep the lights on, brother. Laugh out loud. Keep up the good work. Salute to our guy, Terry, man. He sent $20 specials to both of us. We appreciate you, Terry. That means a lot to us. Thank you. And once again, prayers for you and yours, brother. Real talk.
Yeah, that's a fact, bro.
Salute. He said abstract art. Salute to everybody, man. You got anything to say, man, before we get out of here, man?
Nah, man. It's funny, man. I missed a little chunk of the show, and I'm still juiced. It's crazy. But I guess it's time for us to say goodbye to all our Raider friends. Gather around a fire, everybody.
You guys, it's gonna be a few more days this week where there's gonna be a lot of stuff to talk about. Stay tuned. Once again, we're still working around the clock, trying to get new guests and stuff like that on. I know Stu will be on this week at some point. We will have Stu on, and we're gonna shoot the shit and all that good stuff. But other than that, man, I don't really have anything else to speak about. We kind of really broke down everything that's going on right now in the nation. You know what I mean? And with that being said, I mean, you have any last words? Wasted one more time. Any last words, brother?
Nah, man. Listen, like I always say, man, yesterday's price is not today's price.
And word of the day, Adam wants. We haven't got one from Wasted Talent.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know in the Graphk Wasted show I give the word of the day, but the word of the day is verisimilitude.
That's like 4 words.
No, it's actually a word. But look, we will save this for Raider Nation Unlimited, ladies and gents.
What the fuck was that? So gregarious. That was the word that Hondo used today, and Michael Mayer said, "I don't know what that means."
Gregarious. Isn't know what gregarious means,
bro? I don't know what gregarious means, bro.
Bro, you don't remember.
That sounds like a hilarious person named Greg.
Yeah, but it's a guy who's like, I'm gregarious.
You're a hilarious Greg.
But bro, like, yo, you don't remember? Use that word in a rhyme. K Solo with him and Redman.
And look where he at now.
He said loquacious and gregarious.
The punk grab, dude. He said, "Go grab the dictionary."
Hey, when DMX heard that, he said, "I'm definitely going after him."
nah. DMX I went after. No. Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was before 1996. So yeah, DMX went after him after that. You're right.
Gregarious. That sounds like a funny Gregory. Salute to Hug on the way out. My dog, I appreciate you. Salute to all the new members. Salute to the Mob Father in the building. If you guys want to become a member of both our channels, hit the links that's pinned up top. The best way to support what we do over here. And salute to Terry once again.
Listen, Ray Transmit. Gregarious, a person of fond company, sociable. He was a popular and gregarious man. Gregarious. Yes, that's right.
Yeah. That shit just sounds like a word you're trying to outsmart someone. It's like what he said.
I always got to try to outsmart someone.
Hey, what he said? He said, "Look, I don't know what that word is, and I'm gonna take that as disrespect. Make the sale.
Watch your mouth.
Make the sale. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Terry, man. Yes, once again, man. R.I.P. to the great Jim Otto 00, the original Raider." Salute to Terry. Yeah, R.I.P. to one of the ghosts. And salute to Indiana Raider on the way out. God bless y'all. Now, God bless you. And I hope you have a gregarious. Nah, that didn't make no goddamn.
Effing it up, man.
Salute to Raider Ryan.
Listen, Graphk, don't let your GED poke out too much.
I know, man. Hey, my mom got that hanging on her wall in Atlanta, man. You know what I mean? Yo, salute, man, everybody in here, man. We about to get out of here, man. Hey, real quick, OakLosVegas.com. Go check out the merch. PlanetRaiders.com. Go check out the written content. Also, Any Given Sunday sauce now available on Amazon. Salute to everybody who has been supporting the hot sauce. The love has been insane. We have a lot of big things on the way with the hot sauce, so stay tuned for that. And also, I'm working on something else right now. Hopefully, I can shine some light on it here in the next few weeks or so. You know what I mean? I know
they were talking about me getting my own sauce. It's called Monday sauce. That's what she said. Oh, bang zoom, and it's white.
Hey, you would be the one motherfucker to say, "I'm about to shit on that Sunday sauce." You can do a Monday one.
Yo, Monday sauce would be terrible, bro. It'd be like
terrible. But that could be the niche, right? It's like this shit's nasty as shit. Get your Monday sauce.
Like everybody hates Mondays. Get some.
Everybody hates Mondays.
Everybody hates Mondays.
Just add another thing to the list. Salute to Raider Ryan, man. Salute to the Godfathers of the nation. Appreciate you, brother. And salute to Dan. Love it, man. The best duo on YouTube, man. Thank you. That's we can't leave on a better note than that, man. Salute to everybody here. Once again, we'll be back soon. We love y'all. We appreciate you guys. We out. One.